Hello everyone, it's time for a little update on my ultra low tech fish bowl aquascape. The scape itself is now 6 months old. I set it up way back in July of last year, and you can definitely see that all the plants are settled in and started to mature really nicely now. I'm going to be giving the plants a harsh trimming, so let's see what that's going to look like. And just before I show you that, if you enjoyed this video, please can you give it a like, and if you want to see more content from my channel, please subscribe. Because I'm going to be trimming the plants, I'm going to remove the slither beneath from the top of the water. This will just help to make it a little bit easier to remove the plant trimmings. I'm also going to be removing some of the water now, just so I don't splash it around when I'm trimming the plants. In today's maintenance I'm going to be doing about a 50% water change, but for the first part of my water change I'm just going to remove 25% of the water from the fish bowl. The first plant I'm going to be trimming is a Hydrocotyl tripartite mini Japan. I'm going to be trimming the long offshoots of this plant. I'm trying to trim it so it's more of a condensed bush kind of look. In this setup it's been growing really quickly, but because this plant requires more light than the rest of the plants in the bowl, it's been growing upwards instead of more down and low, so I need to trim it quite often to keep it low and compact. The next plant I'm going to be trimming is a dwarf hairgrass. This hairgrass has been growing for 6 months now, and this is the first time I'm going to be trimming it. I noticed that some of the leaves started to turn a bit yellow, so I'm trying to trim as much of that off as I could. I hope that if I give it a harsh trim it will start to grow more compact. Trying to trim the foreground plants in the fishbowl can be quite difficult. It was a little bit difficult to find the right angle to evenly trim the hairgrass, while at the same time not trying to block off the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. But in the end I think it was worth trimming the hairgrass back. Now that I cut the hairgrass down a bit, I can see some of the Bucephalandra planted on the wood. So now hopefully the Bucephalandra will get some more light and start to grow a bit better. Since the bowl is quite small, it's quite difficult to use a net to get rid of all the trimmings. I found that using my hand like a scoop is the best way to get rid of all the trimmings from the bowl. I wanted to move as much of the plant trimmings as I could, because if it starts to decay in the bowl it could trigger an algae spike. Now I'm going to give the glass a quick clean with a toothbrush. Because this is an ultra low setup, algae can get out of hand pretty quickly, so the best way to prevent an algae outbreak is just to keep on top of the cleaning. I decided to give the plants a bit more of a trim. I noticed there were some areas that I didn't trim enough of, so now I'm going to go back and just try and neaten the scape up a little bit. I'm going to remove another 25% of the water so I get a 50% water change overall. When I took the water out I noticed there's more algae and plant trimmings on the glass, so I'm just going to go quickly clean that up. And now we're almost done with the maintenance. I'm just going to fill the bowl up with clean fresh water. Always make sure the water is dechlorinated and make sure the temperature is about the same as the bowl. That's all the maintenance I'm going to be doing today on the bowl. Now that I trimmed the hairgrass you can see the scape looks a lot neater. I can see the smaller Bucephalandra species I planted on the hardscape. I think I'm going to give the scape another 2 months just to see how it goes. I'm hoping the Java at the back of the bowl will start to grow a little bit bigger and start to cover the back area a bit more. But I'm still very tempted to rescape the bowl, so I'm going to start looking for some ideas. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and give this video a like, it really helps me out a lot.